Hello, folks. Are we alive? I think we're alive and live. Hi. Hello, hello. Magic. Yep, that's it. Magic. How we doing? We doing okay? Of course, earlier today we got some of the some more information regarding Divine Fest 2, which we'll be going through. We'll also be hatching Bead today, because it's been stuck in no hatch hell for a little while. Hello? Hello? There's dragons coming in Divine Fest 2, yeah, we've got Anubis coming back, we've got Hermes coming back, we've got Osiris, Hephaestus, we've got Hathor. All sorts coming. Magic. Magic. I'm just waiting for everything to get set up properly. Fine. Calm down. Fine, calm down. Hi. Hi. Hello, hi. And yeah, I also can no longer disable streaming on Twitch at the same time. I can stream only on Twitch, but I can no longer stream on YouTube without also streaming on Twitch. So I guess we're getting DML on Twitch now. Yeah, pump the game up on Twitch, boys. We're gonna do it. That's what we're gonna do. Is the talisman generator worth buying? It's not for me. Put it that way. Either way, I'm gonna get DML up and running. So I'm gonna stop the Pokemon music as much as I love it. I'm gonna stop it for now. But yeah, let's get DML up and running, and we'll jump into what I had planned originally. $5 from Phoenix already? You crazy dude. You know what? Since we didn't hand out MVP this month, I was actually looking to do my own sort of giveaway sometime soon. Maybe not. It's in the works, okay? But keep that in mind. There may be some sort of giveaway happening in the near future. So, archit? Sounds like armpit. Sounds like armpit, dude. Oh, God, I don't know why I find it so funny. Anyway, we are live in DML land. So like I said, we are in-game now. And earlier today, the main thing I wanted to go through was the talisman generator thing. You know, last time we had this talisman generator for the first Divine Fest, and this one enabled us to buy Chrono Erlang Shen if we really wanted it, and plus it did also generate talismans over time, which wasn't a lot, all things considered, for the grand total that we needed, but you also unlock special things when you have these generators unlocked in-game, and when you have them, you can unlock special things, and the reason why this one in particular in Divine Fest 2 has caught everyone's attention is because there are sacred apples in it. The thing is, the first thing I'm going to say, I know we've only just started, I may start complaining already, but with this generator, you'll see that there is a sacred apple, that new item that lets you overcharge your dragons at 2,200 points, and this is the free section on the left, shrine bonus on the right, so that's pay to win only. There's a sacred apple at 2,200 free to play, but there's also one at 5,200 pay to win only, and that's more than 4 dragons worth of talismans. I'm just gonna throw it out there. So basically, you're buying the shrine, and then if you actually want the sacred apple, you're basically gonna waste all your gems anyway. Even after you've already made a purchase, so I'm just gonna throw that out there. What is the name of this game? In the screen right now before DML, what? The screen before this one, that was a parrot? What? My parrot is not a game. Dude, don't insult him like that. Is that Hyro in Den? No, that's not Hyro. I've got, 2 of these boys. You know, the uncommons, Rust Water, and then we got ourselves an elemental, but we got Bead that will be hatching as well. But yes, last time I did buy the talisman generator, and even though it did help, I feel like overall, is it even worth the purchase? This time, I don't think it really is for me, because if we check the pay-only shrine bonuses, we've got the Polar Bear Dragon token, which I already have, Flutterby, which I think I already have, or I know I had it on one account. I should probably check, actually. Flutter. Yeah, I've already got him. So this is the other dragon that's available, Flutterby. So this is another dragon that's going to be available in that shrine. And then there's also, of course, something that's going to interest a lot of people. Autumn. Autumn, baby. You know, Autumn, Andy, the one, the only. Where is my Autumn dragon, actually? I don't remember. I can't even remember. Where did I put you? Oh, that's right. You're in the time habitat, aren't you? But yes, Andy the Autumn Dragon, his brothers and sisters and cousins are coming to the game for anyone that buys that shrine, and you actually get to the reward section. So you'd need to collect at least 3,400 or spend at least 3,400 talismans for that. I don't know. Why there are no dragon tokens in normal Divine Rewards? Because they don't care about free-to-play players. Sorry, it just is what it is. What is Hermes' base attack? We can check that here. Our trusty friend, the DML Wiki, usually has this information correct. But Hermes, again, if you got Freya from last event, I really wouldn't suggest using him. His elements aren't as good as some of the other dragons that are going to be here. But 248 health, 77 attack. So if you've already got Freya, definitely don't use him. If you don't have Freya, I probably still wouldn't use him because we've got Water Divines coming in the new event. New update has already come. Indeed it has, and I've received it and I made a video on it. Wow. Yes, the generator gives extra talismans every day, and it does unlock the right-hand side sections of rewards. So again, essentially anything you see on the right-hand side, you need to hit a specific number of talismans spent to unlock that. So, for example, if you buy the shrine and you spend 6,270 talismans, you'll get 15 premium sigil chests. They're now making sigil chests, premium ones, extremely pay to win. Good lord. This game, it never stops, does it? How significant is the number of talismans you receive via the shrine compared to just free-to-play? It doesn't make a massive difference, especially considering you're going to have to be grinding the dungeon, like, constantly. I think it probably gives you about a 10% bonus overall, all things considered. But it depends on how much you're grinding the dungeon in general, really. If you're not grinding the dungeon at all, it makes a big difference, but you should be grinding the dungeon if you want all the rewards, so... yeah, how can you get more KOs in the dungeon? Many different ways. For some people, you may just have a really terrible team, but when it comes to getting higher KO counts and more success in the dungeon, ideally you need 2 dragons that have the divine element, one with the ancient element, and that's as a minimum. Of course, you'd be better off with divine ancient exception dragons, but we don't always have those. Shrine is value for money? Not for me, it's not. Not really. No new dragons in the pay-to-win shrine section. Yeah, all old dragons, which is another really disappointing thing about the shrine. And it's also the reason I have absolutely no reason to buy it. So, I normally, during these major events, I buy the shrine just to, you know, say, look, I've given it a fair shot, I've tried my best, I've tried to do everything I can to show you what a player can achieve spending like $2. I don't even know if I'm going to spend that this time. I think I may actually spend nothing this event. I'll just use the gems that I've gotten naturally in-game, because these gems, I haven't bought the clam, I haven't bought anything in-game. These are just what I've stockpiled up naturally from doing daily tasks. How much will the shrine cost? Normally it's a couple of pounds, up to like $4, I think. Depends on what your platform and your region is, because the costs do change based on your platform, which is really annoying, but they do. Where can you find the new blue apple? There's no blue apple, it's called a sacred apple if you're talking about that. And again, if you want to get a sacred apple, then you can get a free-to-play sacred apple by in the event during Divine Fest 2, if you spend 2,200 talismans, you can get 1 free-to-play sacred apple. If you buy the shrine, you'll have to spend at least 5,200 to get an also pay-to-win apple. So remember, there's 1 free-to-play and there's 1 pay-only apple that's going to be available. One thing is not disappointing, the dragon designs. I don't know, Artemis is a little bit of a miss for me. How many carriers one should target without Divine and Ancient? It depends on a lot of different factors when you say that. Ideally, it will be 60 plus, but that's going to depend completely on the dungeon rotation, because different dungeon rotations are going to be nicer for some teams and better for others, and also it depends on the actual quality of the dragons that you have. Some people do still have legendaries in their team, which can help them. Some people obviously don't, because they're kind of a waste these days, although if you, say, upgraded legendaries in the past, you can still use them now. Just like Autumn still got his usage for a while, same with Saini. How can you visit my Dragonlands? You'd need to be on the same platform and server as me, and then you could add me as a friend, and then you could visit me. But I'll be honest, I don't touch that part of the game anymore. It's like, what am I going to see on someone's island that I haven't already seen? Nothing. Is Rocket good for a team? He's okay. He's okay for, say, a mid-game team, but you'll definitely want to replace him afterwards with Divines and Ancients, mainly. Replace your Stardust? I don't know. I'd rather you go straight from Stardust to Divines and Ancients, because you're not going to get much better than Stardust in terms of, like, an AoE damaging dragon that can still do stuff. I really don't think it's a good idea. Is Loki coming back? No. Loki is not coming back. Remember, it's Egyptian and Greek. Loki is not Greek-themed. He's Norse. Hello, Cooper! Hello, Cooper! But yes, again, like I said before, I'm considering potentially holding some sort of giveaway on Discord because of the lack of MVP for last month. So you may actually get... Oh no, Neza's gonna die! No! You may actually end up, Oh, this is bad. Neza's so dead. Oh no! I wasn't paying attention. Damn it, dude. Damn it! Oh, it's fine. How can you enchant your dragons fast? You gotta do the arena. Enchanted arena, dude. There's no way around it. You gotta do it. There's no way around it. You gotta do it. Hello! Can you join the clan? My clan is technically full, although I'll be honest, I haven't checked it in like a couple of weeks. I don't know what's going on in there. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, rip Nezha. Nezha dead. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. You really should pay attention when you're doing dungeon stuff. Just obviously, I'm reading chat. And this week, there is a new dragon in it for me, but I just don't care that much. Is metal good for a dungeon type? It can be, but it can also actually ruin your chances of doing tasks. It depends. It really depends. Oh, right, yeah, the edit feature. I haven't actually touched it yet, but apparently the edit feature's changed for things. I don't know. You see this new button here? Like, if I try and move the head, apparently select one or more objects to move them at the same time. Okay, we could move, like, 4 of them. And then we can move, like, a line. So I could move 3 helmets over here. I mean, I guess it's better than having to move them all individually, right? But yeah, this is a thing, if you didn't know, that came with the new update. So you do that and you can drag them across. You can't place more objects, but you can move existing objects at the same time, which is kind of weird. At the same time, I kind of like the fact that they're trying to implement an edit mode, because it could actually be interesting in future. But yeah, it's still very, very basic. It still doesn't really fix any of the fundamental problems that we have with editing the islands. Check the quackalakes server link where she can answer all your questions. Look, if you ever want to hit me up outside of live streams or ask for any in-depth advice or anyone else DML related or other game related, there is the Discord server that you can join. And again, if we're going to be potentially holding a giveaway or something soon, again, that's in the works, it's not fully decided. If it happens, that'll be the place where it does happen, probably, because it's easier there than anywhere else. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Wind has a new attack effect. Yeah, now it just looks like they're vaping all over the enemy. Not gonna lie, it's kind of anticlimactic. they just vape on the opposition like pew. That's like it. You're level 59, you want to reach level 60 for level 4 farms. Use your portal energy for that. You have Garden Dragon level 50. What do you think? I think it's not a very good idea, but you do you. You can't store habitats or farms in your inventory anymore, can you not? Are you sure? Are you sure? Erlang or Nezha? I think Nezha overall has more utility, but Nezha's hard to get usage out of all three of his elements, so... Well, my Nezha's female, so her elements. Yeah, this upcoming Divine event has lots and lots of old dragons, and like two of the major award new ones, and then like 2 more new ones in the castle event. I think that's it. It's, like, I don't mind them bringing out dragons again, like dragons that we had before, right? And they bring them out again so that people that didn't get them before can get them. Like, Soft coming back is great. I'm so happy I didn't waste any money on Soft or my gems on Soft before because of that. But at the same time, I can understand why people are sort of not very excited for an entire month of grinding when there's not really much in it. All your data got deleted. If anyone has ever lost their account or is just in game, make sure when you open your game, no matter who you are, you connect DML to a social network. Like if I click connect to social network, you'll see it's connected to Facebook and Microsoft for me. Every single player that plays DML, you need to do this, because if anything ever happens to your device and you haven't linked it to a social network, your account is probably gone. The only people that could possibly help you in that case is Gameloft support, and they'll take anywhere to reply to you from between a day to 17 years. So I would highly suggest that anyone, if you've never checked it before, go into your options and click connect to social network. If you have to, make a fake Facebook that you don't use for anything else and just connect it. At least that way, as long as you can still connect or log into your Facebook account, you'll always have your DML account. Otherwise, if you lose your account, it's gone kaput. It's gone kaputski. Will the new Divine Apples appear in the new event? Yes, Sacred Apples, like I mentioned earlier. We've got all of the Milestone rewards announced. There is a free-to-play Sacred Apple at 2,200, and there is a pay-to-win only Sacred Apple at 5,200 talismans spent, which is not going to be done without wasting a lot of gems. You're talking about the habitats. You can't store them anymore. Why would they even do that? Why would they even do that? I don't know why they would do that. Do I even have a habitat that I can store at the moment? I guess I could try to throw one down. If I try to throw an ancient habitat here, can I put this back in? Yeah, there's no button. Is there actually no button anymore? What the heck am I going to do if I need space? Gameloft? Gameloft? Gameloft, why can't I store my stuff anymore? Why is there no store button? I'm just stuck with this habitat here forever now. Is this an oversight or is this actual just stupidity? Is it an oversight or just actual stupidity? I can't tell. You have to sell them? I don't want to sell it. Why would I sell it to buy it again? Is it a bug? Has anyone asked them? You literally imagine a game where you have to throw down hundreds and hundreds of habitats and you can't even store it anymore. Jesus God. This game sometimes, man, it's a laughing stock, honestly. Anyway, You know what's beneath the polar rock? I already told you, your mother. Get it? Because there's probably a whale or two underneath there. Oh my god, he actually did try and at everyone. LOL! Anyway, like I said in the title, we will be hatching Bead as well, because I did get Bead a little while ago for getting Hierophant. It's actually been in the hatchery ages now, so let's get Bead hatched. New dragon, new Beady, let's get him hatched. Very nice blue. This is close to my favorite blue, but there is the epic Bead dragon. It just looks like a big skull. A skull dragon. That's what it looks like. Crazy. Anyway, let's pop him over here into this habitat. And that does mean that is dragon number 2 in terms of epic in our Cartomancy collection. So the next dragons, of course, that we're looking out for is going to be the moon. The moon and the sun. I'm curious to see what the final dragon is going to be out of this Fates of Autumn. Very curious. Anyway, the Bead Dragon is a quiet creature that houses immense power in its rotund frame. One by itself is not much to speak of, but when they rub together, it's said they can make miracles occur. Oh god. They have to grind on each other to make miracles happen? That's kind of weird, dude. Oh my, look at his eye! Ah, look at his eye! Ah, he looks terrifying! Ah! The heck, dude? Not sure about that one. Did you say food and gold for Divine Fest? I think if your team isn't evenly leveled, then you should level them up. If your team is evenly leveled, then yes, probably. Either way, let's pop Valor here up to level 20. 19, 20, there we go, Valor. That very, very pretty wings. He's even got, eyeliner on it, looks like. Very cool. Very cool, mysterious, skeleton-y dragon. Let's wait for him to walk over. How long does it take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to say about 14 seconds there is what it took from start to finish for him to walk from one side of the screen to the other. So if we can't call Valor fat, I don't know what we can call him. Yeah, the moon and the sun. We may have the stars. It could happen. DML sun, DML moon. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know, Pokemon Sun and Moon had its own problems, so I'd rather DML didn't pick up on those. The Tropical Dragon's Bally. What the heck is a Bally? What are we talking about with tropical? Wait, it's not called tropical, is it? Is it? Oh, it is. Tropic. I thought so. I was like, tropical? It's not tropical, it's tropic, right? Yeah, it's tropic. And his belly. I don't know what belly is, but... Oh, his belly! His belly. What, was it not as blue as that before? His stomach. His belly. Since the Zodiac Dragons came out, I'm wondering what's your star sign? Mine is Gemini. His belly is very blue. The very blue belly. And would you believe it, we've basically already done everything that we can do in DML today, because they have reduced the amount that you can actually do in-game ridiculously. Just, why? I don't see why they thought merging the Enchanted Arena and, well, the Arena and Enchantment together was a good idea in general. And they've done a very, very poor job of it. But then at the same time, it's like, I literally don't have anything to do in-game. If I have like a few hours spare that I could spend playing the game, I can't even use them. Because you run out of things to do after like 20 minutes. Game, why are you like this? Game, why are you like this? Libra. Totally balanced. Doubt. Doubt. But yeah, I don't know. In terms of this upcoming event, we predicted that there would be some nerfs to things, or things would be made slightly more pay-orientated. And so far, the Sacred Apple and the fact that they've still got Chrono Hades is something that you have to buy after already buying the shrine. I have to say, I'm not feeling too positive about it. We haven't even seen the numbers yet. If somehow it's the same or nicer than last event, I'll be very surprised. But my initial thoughts before we see them is that I don't think it's going to be a very positive experience. I'm just saying. Relic Trader is rigged? I don't think it's rigged, it's just not very good. It's just random. Visit random dragons and name them based on people here in chat, 'cause there's nothing else to do. So desperate for something to do in this game. See, this is the problem. They like took what people said about wanting the game to be less demanding, and they just, for people that just have a couple of spare hours in an afternoon, like even if you're a super busy person, most people probably have like an hour. Just an hour of time in a day at some point to just, you know, do their own thing. Just an hour, or just under an hour if you're super busy, right? But now those people can't even play DML for that hour because the game's only got 10 minutes of gameplay. I say this, we are going to get Divine Fest 2, which is just going to require us to dungeon grind all the time. But what have they done in preparation for that? Oh yeah, they reduced the amount of dungeon resets that we can do because they made it go to the higher time frames after 2 resets of dungeon instead of 3. Thanks, Gameloft. Look, I don't always like to complain, it just happens, alright? I got the update, I got it ages ago, dude. Yeah, I don't know why they randomly decided to take away a dungeon reset from us. Because remember we used to have them, what was it, like a 10-minute cooldown? Some really, really short cooldowns. They've messed with them a few times now, and they never actually tell us properly when they're gonna do it. Maybe in like an off comment once on their social media, and that's it. But like, I kind of want to know when you're messing with dungeon resets just before we get a major divine event, which relies on dungeon resets. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, I know they want the game to feel bad so that people feel inclined to spend, but I'll be honest, all the years, all the changes they've made, all of the frustrating things, it just makes me not want to spend at all. Like this Sacred Apple being the only possible thing I'd really be interested in apart from 15 premium sigil chests. Yeah, it doesn't make me want to spend. It makes me want to not play. It does the opposite, and I know I'm not the only person that it does that to. But, hey, you know, if they're not changing anything now, they're never gonna change. I'm done thinking that they're gonna change their approach, shall we say. Do I like the new attack animations? I literally couldn't care less. I have the game on the max amount of skip as I can for a reason. Why would I ever not play in 4 times speed? Why would I ever do that? Like, honestly, why would I... What, so I can waste more time doing the exact same thing? I guess you could say that the streams would be longer, right? I'm not playing in 1 times speed ever again. I think I'd rather go and do literally anything else. Well, if you want me to take a quick look at the new animations, I can, but I'm never ever gonna do it in my, like, own gameplay. This game is free, so you love this game. So are lots of games. There are lots of free-to-play games that are a hell of a lot nicer to play than this one. Yeah, it's only a singular reset that they took away, but it's like, well, why did you do it then? If it was just 1 reset, why did you go out of your way to do it? Because you thought people would spend more money? That's just scummy. That's what it is. It's scum. Sorry, not sorry. It is what it is. Anyway, let's throw a wind dragon into here. God, I've got so many dragons. Vision. There you go, let's throw in Vision. And an earth dragon, because people were saying that earth got changed as well. Vision and Joke. Let's go. Alright, let's look at these wonderful, fantastic wind animations. Oh god, look at the game in 1x speed. Let's have a look. Look, he's just vaping on him. All you're doing is vaping on Venomina. That's it. Stop vaping. And Earth looks more craggy. That's like it. Its belly was fully blue, but after the update there's some marks on it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. What, the belly looks slightly different? Doesn't really matter too much. Get vaped on! Vaped on, vaped on, vaped on! Yeah, it's like literally no different whatsoever. I don't know why they even bothered. I really don't. I mean, I guess it's important for your newer players that play on 1x speed, but anyone that plays on 1x speed probably has some mental deformities anyway. I'm joking, that was a joke. That's what it feels like to me, playing this game in 1x speed to have to even see them. That's what it feels like to me. It was a joke, okay? It's not real. I didn't mean that seriously. Why does DML always want money for everything? Because it's a company. They're providing a product. They want you to buy things in said product. So really, they should have some level of expectation to not throw in pay-to-win stuff. I guess you could say, well, there's lots you can do free-to-play in this game. Well, yeah, sure, but the game is so heavily favored to pay-to-win players now. And if you're free-to-play but you don't have lots of gems stocked up, well, good luck in these events, because you are going to have to do the dungeon more than you can possibly do free-to-play to get the reward dragons. So you're gonna have to waste gems. So the fact that people have to use their gems on all of their island upgrades and everything else, but then at the same time they need to use them during the major events, means they're never actually going to be able to stockpile any gems to afford higher upgrades. And of course it's intentional. Yeah, the pointless changes, you know, different parts of the team work on different things for every game. Like, people that work on, say, the dragon designs aren't the same people that work on, say, bug fixing. Like, I know that, but it's like, you literally could have done anything else apart from work on a vaping animation. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I'll give him that. It doesn't look terrible. It's not like I hate the animation, but I literally couldn't have cared less. I think that's the thing, it just doesn't feel like it's very important. They have paid items inside. Well, yeah, they can have paid items that are mostly cosmetic or only this. It's like Pokemon Unite is free to play, and Pokemon Unite has one part of the game that is technically pay to win, but it literally makes zero difference in a match, and people have been rioting about it. Honestly, they've been going off on Reddit, they've been going off on every form of social media calling it pay to win, and then you compare it to a game like the ML, it's like they're not even the same thing. They're in like completely different ballparks. Like Pokemon's Unite's monetization compared to this game is completely different. In that game, you'll get maybe a 5% bonus on one attribute that actually won't win you a single game. In this game, you just outright buy your way through events. Like, the difference is astounding. And the fact that these games aren't held to that sort of level, but a game like Pokemon Unite is, says a lot. Yeah, Unite's coming to Android soon. Why can't you find my clan whenever you search for it? The name of my clan is Quackalakes clan, and like I said before with someone else that asked, with my clan, it's already full, and plus to see my clan, you have to be on the same platform and server as me. If you're not on the same platform and server as me, you're not going to be able to see my clan. Just like everything in this game, this game is not cross-platform and it is not cross-server. So you can only interact and do things with people on the same platform and server as you. Yes, it's very archaic. Yes, most games moved away from this years ago, but this is DML. So your friend that lives in India, who's on APA, you cannot play with. Please tell us the best divine from the new event we should get. Try and go for Hathor. See what happens. Really, you should try and get all of them, but mainly try and get Hathor because he is a major exception dragon, and see what else you get from there, if anything. When is Clack Conga? I have no idea what you just asked. DML seems like a game that would not be at all successful on paper. It's successful for the... well, it's minorly successful because you get a lot of people that play these sort of simulation pay-to-win mobile-esque games that aren't really aware of many things that happen in games. A lot of people don't play any other game but DML. Seriously, if you've ever asked players that play DML, like, you can meet a lot of them on, say, my Discord server, other Discord servers that play DML. Not everyone, of course, because there are some players that still play DML and complain about it compared to other games, but there are lots of people that play DML that don't even touch other games. They have no idea that a lot of the things that happen in this game are horrible, they're predatory, they're disgusting, and the way that the game's handled is far from perfect. And they don't know this, because how can you know something if you're not even aware of it in the first place? That's why you see lots of people, they legitimately, we've got players in this game that will waste thousands of dollars every month for absolutely no gain. And they think that that's normal, because maybe they played FIFA and they did the same thing in FIFA, but they don't actually play any games that require skill or anything else. And it's just... it's a cycle where they'll keep playing these same really not very good games and they don't really touch any of the others because they think, oh, surely that's not for me. And they never really learn that some of the things that happen in this game aren't okay. And even so, some people might experience some of the not okay things in this game and say, you know what, I can put up with it, which is fine as well. But you get other people that just have absolutely no idea because they've never played other games before. I don't even blame them, it's just being oblivious, you know. I had an Android account a year ago, what happened to it? I stopped playing on it because playing DML on 2 accounts is basically the same as suicide. Bad enough trying to play one game on PC with major events, trying to play 2 accounts on PC and Android is basically suffocating. You might as well throw your life away. It's not worth it. Yeah, if you have an English friend and an Australian friend that live in their home countries, you can't play with each other. This one's going to be, I believe, APA, the Australian person, and the other one is going to be EUR. You can't play with each other. Yes, the thing is with the Holy Talismans, like last time, if you are part of the way through a dragon, say Osiris or Hephaestus, then you should have a head start. I don't actually remember how many pieces I have. Can I see how many pieces I have for Hephaestus? And I've only got 17 for him, so he might still be a little bit difficult to get a hold of. But for example, Osiris, I have 97 pieces of Osiris, and if you remember with what happened with Changi last time, that does mean that you'll have a head start on this dragon, and if you want to at least guarantee one dragon and say you have some pieces for, say, Osiris, at least you can guarantee one dragon, and Osiris does have water. So, that's going to be a good thing, right? You tried playing on 2 accounts too and it's not fun. Dude, I'm not joking. You might as well give up your life. I'm not joking. What is the first divine and first ancient dragon? Technically the first divine I ever got was Hermes and the first was Ikez, but in general, I don't know. I don't know what was created first. What do you think the elements for Newt and Artemis will be? You think Newt will be offensive and Artemis defensive? I have no idea. They could throw anything on those two. Freya, the Emperor, and Polvalez. Which divine should I choose for your team from the next event? Don't say which divine should you choose, see what you get. If you're asking what should be the first one you unlock, well, technically, if you're going for Hathor, you should get both of the major dragons, Newt and Artemis, so then you'll at least get Hathor. Because if you want a second divine, which you do, Hathor will be great in terms of being an exception dragon that will buff quite a lot. So you should at least... Wait, when the heck did I get Glacier? Well, I guess I'm hatching a new dragon. Yay! But yes, you should definitely probably try and go for Hathor at the very least. Because Freya's got the water and AoE. You've got water, AoE, divine, ancient, earth. So overall your team is fine. You may want to just go for Hathor to get at least 3 divines and see if you can get the others. That would be what I would do. But it really does depend on what you want to get out of the game. Why don't I get ads? Because I'm VIP 20, bro. You have 64 pieces for Hoagie, so you will unlock him in the next Chinese event, if it ever happens. If it ever happens. Do I know of Blackpink? Yes, I know of Blackpink. I did play Osu. You can't escape K-pop and J-pop and everything else when you play Osu. It basically becomes ingrained into your mind, body, and soul. There's nothing you can do to avoid it. What's the easiest divine to get? Whichever divine you have the most pieces for already. Because you can only get divines, aside from Ares that's in the shop, you can only get divines from events. So whenever you have events come up, it will be whatever you have the most pieces for that you can trade in for, like in this event with Holy Talismans. But yeah, in terms of free-to-play players, I know that a lot of people are free-to-play, which is why I tend to not really buy anything. Like, I've been using all of my VIP tickets, I don't have Clam running, I don't have Extra Den running, I don't have the DM pass. Right now, I am not doing anything, as in paying for anything. The only thing that I still get, obviously, is VIP, because I'm already at max level VIP, so I can just use the daily VIP tickets and get the bonuses. But outside of that, I'm not buying anything, I'm not spending anything, and if I do that during the major event, then you'll be able to see what a technically free-to-play, but someone that still gets VIP benefits can actually do in one of these events. In Roja, I got for like $6 worth of investment, as in the Shrine and Clam, but I don't even know if I want to do that for this event. I don't know if it's worth it for some old divines, really. What's the easiest to get for a beginner free-to-play? The exact same as I just told you. It does not change. What I just told you is exactly the same for free-to-plays or pay-to-wins. You've got 119 pieces of Seth. It happens. It happens. You almost got Poseidon and he looks good. He looks fine, I guess. You know, I've got lots of dragons these days. But we'll be closing in on 700 soon-ish. And that'll be nice, right? Close to 700-ish. Still another 40 to go, but we'll get there soon enough, especially if we get all these old dragons coming back. I've also got all the dungeon dragons to get still. I'm thinking maybe I should buy them, but when we've got divine dungeon weeks coming up, I also don't want to spend my currency in case there's premium chests in there. But we still need to get Snow Ghost. That's going to take forever. And Budding. And we've got Lightwing. And we've got Jadeite as well. Not a single coin! No! Not a singular coin! How many pieces do I have for Shinobi? How do I even check? Is it in here? It should be in here, right? Shinobi-chan! Where are you? Look at all of these Dragon Master Pass dragons that will never ever be completed. Look at them all. Soft? Coming for you. There we go. 69! Thanks for asking me how many pieces I have for him, Silver. You really need a divine? Yeah. Please don't tell people how old you are. I don't want to know if you're an adult. I don't want to know if you're a child. And you shouldn't be saying that on the internet. Don't do it. It's dumb. Stop doing it. Is it difficult to get Osiris if you have 47 pieces? If you really want Osiris and you focus him, then no, it shouldn't be that difficult. Will there be a Shadow Ancient event? The dragons, I'm sure, will look so good. Possibly. The thing is, Shadow's a lot worse these days than it used to be because you kind of need witchcraft with it. But possibly it could happen. But I feel like a Shadow Ancient event is something a lot of people don't really want yet. Yeah, 69 pieces of Shinobi. We're gonna get soft in this event, finally. And then there's just the other random dragons that I'm never gonna get. Look at all these legends! Think about how much money it would be if I bought every single one of these Dragon Master passes. Because you don't really think about it the first month. You don't really think about it the second month. But just think about all of these dragons and how much money I would have spent grand total buying all of them. Even on sale. What is it, like £2.50? Let's say $3. So that's like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 8. It starts to add up. It starts to add up to quite a bit. That's like just under $30 worth of dragons. Just here. And think that you could buy a $30 game that could last you 7,000 hours. Meanwhile, all that you get in this is like a random assortment of legendary dragons you'll never use anyway. It's something everyone should keep in mind when they are making purchases in game, because 1 or 2 purchases here or there may not seem like very much. But then when you get Dragon Master passes or Battle passes, and you buy every single one of them, it really does start to add up. I know it's over set like a month or a couple of months. DMLs is very frequent, so it's something you should definitely keep track of. $5 on sale? Okay, it's even more than that then. Current Master Pass Dragon looks like an epic. Oh, you mean Nurse? Yeah, I have to say I'm not a massive fan of this Nurse Dragon, but it is a thing. It is wearing clothes, so I like dragons wearing clothes. On the first Ancient event, you need 1 piece for Ikez. Rip. Can we look forward to have a Legendary Element Ancient event? Well, technically it would happen eventually, but a Legendary Ancient Divine, I actually don't think would be that good compared to other elements. Like, Legendary isn't very good. Oh, Farosky Posky. Farosky Posky. How many pieces do I have for a Hephaestus? I think it was 17, right? 17. Not many. Honestly, during the old events, I really didn't get many pieces for any of the chest dragons and other random dragons because, again, I never spent money on loot boxes. I'm not going to spend money on loot boxes. 18 pieces of Hou-Yi, I don't spend money on loot boxes. Anything that I'm not guaranteed to get, unless I think there's a high chance that I'm going to get it, I will not spend. Like, when I got Enroger, the thing is, I didn't care because I was just using the existing gems. It's not like I put in any extra gems on top. I wouldn't have made a purchase to unlock Enroger if I didn't get the Ancient on my final chest. Where are you, Fundy? I would not have spent any more money to get Fundiju if I didn't get him in that last chest. I wouldn't have done it. Because I've seen people make that mistake before. It's like, oh, well, it's just one more piece, right? It's just one more piece. And then they've spent another $25 on top and they still don't have it. It's what happens. You thought this was a premiere? Wrong. Wrong. Trainers Arena? Well, yeah, Hephaestus, Artemis, Newt, they're not DML dragons. They're actually, like, things. They are actually, like, old things. They're not just a DML thing. Like, they've been in other games. They're part of mythology. That sort of thing. They're not a DML thing. They are a thing. They changed the Fundiju design, did they? Since when? Does he look different? He looks the same to me. What is your next divine or ancient to upgrade? Any idea? No idea. Right now I'm just trying to get the team up to max level, really, because before I can even worry about all of that, might as well get into max level. Because if we're gonna have other people that have these bloody sacred apples, I need to have a team that can take on people with sacred apples, boosting their dragons. So that's my main focus right now. Ideally, I would have divine ancient exceptions to throw on the team. But, you know, they're going to take a while. So far, I've got Froskin and Roger, that's it. Maybe we'll get some more in future, but maybe not. So, I'm not going to say, like, this is definitely going to be the dragon I'm going to upgrade, because I don't know yet. You need a better fire dragon? Get a fire dragon and enchant it. They made the wings larger and added some markings. I don't know, it looks the same to me. It seems like they randomly changed some dragons for, like, literally no reason. I don't know why. It's so random. Like, why are you doing all these random aesthetic changes? Like, I get it. They know that the reason people still play this game is, well, the dragon designs, right? But I don't think adding some random features to Fundiju is going to be the thing that keeps people in the game. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they know more than me. Maybe their metrics say otherwise, but... you know, that's the vibe I get. But anyway, here they are. Dragons at level 114 now. It's a slow and steady grind, getting enough food for all of this. But level 114s means that we should, for the most part, be fine doing arena. How scuffed is the arena right now, by the way? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. What are these scores? 24,000? To be fair, it looks like this might actually be fixed for me. Will I get the temple with money for the sacred apple? Right now I'm leaning towards no. This time I feel like it's not worth it for me. There's no new dragon. The only thing in it could potentially be those premium sigil chests, which I probably won't hit the milestone for, and one pay-to-win sacred apple. I don't think it's worth it. Should you put wind in your team? Wind isn't really necessary anymore. You can add it if you want to. But remember, if we're going for a proper team, like with 3 dragons, we mainly make it for dungeon. And wind is not required. It can help, but it's definitely not required. Like, so Fundiju was broken the whole event, and now it's fixed? Well, that says a lot. Ceremony to level 120, 12-star, 5 sacred appled. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's tempting. Alright, there's a solo event right now, I forgot. Not that I care. I am so happy there have been so many events recently that I don't have to worry about. I have been so happy not having to worry about logging in for, like, random solo events. It's been so good. It has been so good, dude. Do you think Ancient could return after all the Element Ancient events like Ancient Fest? Anything's possible. Literally anything is possible at that point. I mean, they could bring it back. They could bring back as an Ancient Fest. It's like, we could speculate all we want, but the reality is they could do whatever they want. It's their game. They can literally do anything they want to this game. They could add unicorns and dinosaurs if they wanted to. There's nothing stopping them. There's a possibility. I want you to know there is a possibility, in theory, that they could add unicorns and dinosaurs, and I think it would only be a positive addition. Here we are talking about these pointless aesthetic changes to the dragons, and I'm like, oh, why don't you add unicorns and dinosaurs, huh? Come on, add some unicorns to the Dragon Game Loft. Yeah, I'm sure it won't be a waste of time. Do I prefer Newt or the Artemis design? Newt. Crystal Dragon, good or not? Bad. It's a legendary, dude. You see, whenever I look at legendaries, I know it's not the same for everyone else, but when I look at legendaries, you know what I see? Bad. This legendary, bad. You know what I see on this one? Bad. You know what I see on this one? Bad. They're all bad because they're legendary. And that's the unfortunate reality of DML these days. Because if these dragons were divine or ancient, they'd actually be useful. But I actually don't recommend anyone to use legendaries anymore. And that's not just because I'm a legendary hater, it's because comparatively to their divine and ancient counterparts, they're just not good enough. They will not last you into the late game, so it's pointless to waste your resources on them. Especially since we're getting major events for divines and ancients so often. Like, you'll basically be waiting at max 2 months, usually. And it's not worth leveling up and wasting resources on a legendary for 2 months if it's going to be replaced anyway. Back in old stage DML, where we used to get a major event maybe once every 4 months, it would have been a different story. Because they may not have even given the dragons that you wanted in one of those events, but these days, definitely not. Not worth it. Your clan is closed, full, or what? It is full. It's always full. It's pretty much always full. Even when I clear everyone out, it gets full very quickly. But it's not a super serious clan. I don't even check it most of the time. It's just people that want to be in here because, you know, they see it's Quackalakes' clan. They can join if they want to. The fact that you just sent that on 2 separate accounts shows me that you've just got alts in here. Probably not a good idea to tell me that. Is Osiris a good divine? He's okay. I mean, Osiris does have the benefit of being a... I'm going to have to check it in the shop, aren't I? But yes, Osiris has the benefit of being a water divine, which means he'll have some use on a team. His shadow is the only questionable element, but it's fine. If you need a divine and you need the water element for a dungeon team that'll work for now, he could be a good option. So, keep that in mind. You haven't got any divines or ancients, then you use only legendary? No. If you don't have any dragons that are divine or ancient, I actually suggest for people to go straight from epics to divines these days, because like we've got a divine event right around the corner, right? Like I just said, if it's only going to be like a month or 2 months max wait, you'll be waiting until we get an ancient or divine event. It is not worth using legendaries. Just use epics. Like, epics aren't horrible. They've got 3 unique elements that you could throw on a team and you could at least make them work in the dungeon. And having legendaries isn't going to give you a major benefit anymore, so you might as well just use epics and then unlock some divines and ancients in their respective events and go straight from an orange throat to an enroger. You know what I mean? Imagine the sky element. Well, that's like wind, isn't it? It's like the same thing. I don't even really take the time to look at some of my epics. Look at him. Look at Adna. Why is he enchanted? Oh yeah, I enchanted everything at one point. Whoops. I remember that. I went and enchanted like every single dragon I owned to level 3. And now look at us. We have no materials and no trinkets left. Some would call that a mistake. I still think it was correct because we didn't have them at the time. Screw you. Is the Stardust Dragon good? It's okay. It can be fine for a mid-game team. You'll still definitely want to replace it with Divines and Ancients afterwards. For the exact same reasons I've been saying before. Divines and Ancients are too good with Wonder Acceptance or Acceptance Witchcraft. They're too good. It's mainly the sigils now. On top of it already being kind of a broken combination, it's the sigils primarily that make it disgusting. When did I get 3 Rare Wonders? When did that happen? I remember at one point I was complaining because I was saying, oh, I'm never gonna get another wonder. I'm never gonna get enough to put it on my team. When did I get that? What? Oh no, it wasn't wonder that I needed. It was acceptance. That was it, wasn't it? I was gonna say, for a second I was like, wait, when did I get those? Yeah, that's what I don't have. I don't have any acceptances. I can make 1. I'm gonna make 1. But yeah, that's it. I need another 2 epic acceptances. And I've got 1 rare. Oh my god, it's gonna take forever. Oh, it's gonna take so long. It actually makes me feel a bit sick thinking about the amount of time I'm gonna have to waste doing that. And yeah, I'm not gonna buy the shrine, so I'm not gonna get those 15 premium chests. Kill me. Kill me. Best Dragonal design. Baby Yoshi! Where is he? Where is he? Where is Citrine? Where is Citrine? I thought he was over here. Where are you, Citrine, baby? I've lost him. Citrine, where have we gone? What? Alright, I'm still searching by legendary. I was gonna say. Oh, that scared me for a second. I was like, wait, I don't have any Citrine? Huh? You lying to me, game? You better not be. No, he's there. Rex. Oh, that scared me. I was like, did I do a frig? Did I accidentally do another frig? No, we're okay. We're okay. Fuse a chi? You want me to fuse an epic chi? I will. I will. You sure you want to do that? You sure you want to do it? Someone donate $5 and I'll fuse an epic chi. Okay, I'm gonna leave before someone actually does that. No, not like this. Not like this. I don't want an epic chi. No. That would be disaster. Oh god, anyone that's ever fused an epic chi, I am seriously sorry for you. I am so sorry. Anyway, like I said, we're pretty much out of DML stuff to do. I can't wait before I can actually unlock another card pack dragon because I've got some tickets. I want to use them, but there's nothing to use it on. So I'm waiting for a new card pack dragon to come out. Tropic is a little weird. Kind of. A little bit. He's a little bit weird. I mean, he's fine, but he's kind of a little bit weird. Yeah, basically with the schedule the way it is right now, like, basically in October, we could basically expect another major event, or November. So it's really not that far away before we could guess at the time frame for a next ancient event, which is why people really shouldn't invest into legendaries anymore. Like, as cool as Bone here looks, he's not worth it. Do I have Cherry Worm? I do. I'm pretty sure that's why I didn't bother with the event before. Where are you? Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb. Do you want any of the Divine or Ancient event with a dragon theme like we have Northern Divines and Chinese? I honestly don't care. Seeing a DML event, it's like, oh, it's a DML event. I don't even care what the theme is anymore. Check what? What are you telling me to check? You're just saying check it. What, I already checked Tropic. Why would I check it again? I've already done it once. What? I saw the belly. I know. You don't need to harp on. I saw it. It's not very interesting, okay? What's the moon dragon? It's this one. This bad boy. This big birdie boy that's got a big planet on his head. That's him. Thought Cherry Worm is new? Oh, no. No. Ahoy! There are lots and lots of dragons that have been coming out recently and that will be coming in the new event that are actually old dragons. They're not new at all. They're bringing back a lot of repeats. A lot of repeats. Burb theme event? Now that I would like. Dinosaur event? Yes, please. But like this Northern, Norse, Greek, Egyptian? Don't care. Give me a dinosaur event and then I'll care. That's what I care about. You like turtles? Wonderful. Pet Autumn for you. Don't forget, Autumn is coming in the Shrine Pass. So if you do want to get your hands on your own Autumn Dragon, don't worry about his sigils, that's for dungeon reasons. But if you do want to get your hands on your own Autumn Dragon, it is available, or it will be available in the Divine Fest that's coming up at 3,400 talismans. So if you think you can spend 3,400 talismans, which is like 3 divines worth, if it's the same as before, then you'll be able to get yourself an Autumn in exchange for a little bit of dosh. How long have I been playing DML for? Since January 2015. You want a unicorn event? Look, I'm just throwing out ideas. If they pick them up, then that's fine. Is it okay for using divine dragons as main dragons or wait for ancient? You should have 2 divines or 2 dragons that have the divine element and 1 ancient in your team. You should always have 2 dragons that have the divine element, whether they're ancient divine exceptions or 2 divines. Divines are more important, I would say, for a team than ancients are. Never ever use 3 only ancients in a team that aren't ancient divine exceptions. You'll have a horrible team. A summer party event? I guess. It's potential. Show you all the stats of every new divine dragon. They're not out yet. And there's only 2 of them. There's only 2 new divines, and their stats I don't think have been released yet. Unless they released them on the Discord, but I don't check that for many reasons, but I haven't seen anything officially posted on like their major announcements or anything, so for now we don't know. The talisman spending schedule, what, you mean this one? Or you mean the full schedule? Talisman spending schedule, I'm not sure what you mean, Kartik. Strange. 3 epics are better than 3 legendaries? Yeah, possibly. In terms of general power, no, but in terms of practicality, yes. You wish Yamad didn't cost so much you would get an ancient? Oh god, yeah, he's not worth it, and plus his stats are horrible. His stats are bad, and he's way too expensive. Never ever buy Yamad. I actually really like Yamad's design as well. He's got the nice colouring. I could tell who he is from a mile away, but he's not worth it. I don't know, but yes, this is the milestone rewards, like I said. The fact that they've got 15 premium sigil chests available in exchange for 6,200 is super hyper pay to win. I do not like that. 15 of them? 15? Did you perform a ritual before you spend your holy talismans? Yes, pray to Lord Ceremony. Do I think I'll get 100k subs? I don't care. I literally couldn't care less. 100k subs, not 100k subs, doesn't matter. You've got loads of people that have 100,000 subs and they barely even interact with their audience. And then you've got people that have 10,000 subs and they get crazy amounts of interaction. It's not about the sub count. The sub count means so very little. I don't care about it. I don't check numbers anymore. Although actually my numbers have gone up a lot recently. It doesn't look like it from outside, but I checked my revenue earnings and everything. But dude, it went up a lot. So I don't know what happened with that, but whatever I'm doing is apparently positive. But, you know, outside of that, the actual sub numbers, they really don't matter very much. Can we get, or we can get a sacred apple for buying 2 divines? Well, technically that's not how it works, but it kind of is. But like, if a divine costs 1,200 talismans, then you can get a sacred apple in the free-to-play section at 2,200. So when you buy your second, you'll get the sacred apple as a milestone reward. But then for the sacred apple in the pay-to-win section, you need to buy 4 divines, and then you still have to spend more talismans in order to get the sacred apple. So I think a lot of the pay-to-win section people aren't actually aware that this isn't really going to be doable for a lot of players unless they waste a lot of gems and a lot of time in the dungeon. I'm not sure how many of them actually know this. So it's going to suck for them when they think that they're going to get a free sacred apple and they actually don't get it. Yikes. Praying to Lord Ceremony is rewarding me. Bless his heart. Bless my lord. What's more important on an epic dragon, health or damage? I would say attack. Mainly for the map. Although health can be useful in dungeon, but usually even low health epics, if you throw them in the dungeon, they'll die at the same time anyway. So it's like if you don't have Wonder Acceptance, your team's gonna not be as good in the dungeon anyway, right? Is Hathor really the best dragon? Oh, you're referring to a video from a long time ago. No, Hathor is not the best dragon. The best dragons out there are going to be the Divine Ancient exceptions. Some people would say Amroja, some people would say Bahajir, some people would say Oya for the AoE, but the reality is Bahajir is incredibly utility based, so is Amroja. Amroja and Bahajir are really, really solid for any team out there, and same with Oya. So yeah, these are much better than Hathot. Is Hermes good? Not really. No. Do I have a planet dragon? Nope. I'm never gonna buy something for $100 that gives me 0 benefit. You get around 370 tokens from the shrine, so it's not worth it. It's really not worth it if you want to make sure that you get tokens. You're gonna get most of your tokens through dungeon grinding, not through anything else. Do you need to save your dungeon tokens for the Divine Fest? The reason I say to save them, like right now, if I go into the dungeon, I've got 4,700 tokens, right? And there's nothing in the shop this week for me. The reason I would say save them is because during the Divine event, you're going to be picking Divine tickets, or you should be picking Divine tickets in every single chest, which means you're not actually going to be earning any of this dungeon currency. So, if there's dungeon offers that come in for like premium sigil chests or a dragon that you don't have, you're gonna feel pretty bad when you haven't saved up the currency for it. So make sure you've got some currency saved for the 4 weeks or so of dungeons that we're gonna be getting tickets for, and that way you should have enough to buy all the premium sigil chests that come out if there are any, and any bonus stuff. You don't want to feel bad and miss out on a premium sigil chest just because you didn't bother to save. That would suck. Dark Ritual versus Burnout, which one do I suggest? Why are you suggesting 2 different elements upgrades? That doesn't make any sense to me. You thought my computer actually exploded? Ha! Well, technically it kinda did, but no. When will I get the legendary ancient dragon? There isn't one. What? Wind element animation change. Yeah, we took a look at it earlier. It has changed. It just vapes on the opposition now. Nothing really that interesting. But what is the best legendary? Any legendary that has lots of AoE, I would say, is usable. It's not ideal, but that's the reason why in this collection the Sun Dragon, for example, is a really good pick. So was the Emperor, because even though energy isn't the best AoE, it definitely helps with shields and things. But it's like, if you want to put a singular legendary on your team and you need AoE and you don't have any other options, I still wouldn't suggest you use it, because we've got Divine Event that has a fire dragon in it. But if you are going to ever pick a legendary, make it be a high damage legendary like this one that has 2 AoE attacks. You don't want to use a defensive legendary as in one that has shields and things like that, because you're not going to get the massive Wonder Acceptance Divine Bless bonus unless you've got a Divine and you're blessing with that one onto the legendary. But then if it's got shield, you'd have to put Wonder on a legendary. It's just not very good. So this is the only real exception to the rule of don't use legendaries. If it's super AoE high damage based, you could use it. Still don't recommend it, but at least it's not like throw pick, right? Have you been playing the same computer since 4 years? Actually, I bought this computer and all the parts to it just before I started playing DML, and that's actually the reason I started playing DML. Because I had never had a Windows store on my computer before, because I went from Windows 7 to Windows 8, and I was like, ooh, a Microsoft store, I wonder what's in here, because I'd just gotten the PC, it was brand new, and then I saw that DML was in the store. I was like, well, I've played Dragon City before, maybe I'll see what this is like. So my computer is as old as the amount of time I've been playing DML, but my computer has actually started imploding, so I'm actually due to buy a new one. But I swear to God, dude, the computer and the parts I'm looking for are legit like £1,800. it's gonna be like 1800, as in 1800. I don't remember where I was looking, like... I think I had it saved on here, but like checking PC Specialist and all the other websites, because if I wanted one, I'd want it really quick, because like yesterday or the day before, I thought that I was legitimately going to have to get a computer like for the day after. And the cheapest I'm realistically gonna get it is about £1,800. Do I follow any religion? I do not. What do they call people that aren't atheists? Agnostic, I think they call it. It's like, I can't prove or disprove that there is a lord or a savior, apart from Lord's ceremony, of course, but I don't follow anything. Can you do mobile to PC? You can transfer your account, but you can't play on both platforms at the same time. And yes, hi Scott. But yeah, I don't know, dude, because if, like, I was gonna pick a PC, I'd at least want it to have a 3060 Ti. And it gets very expensive. Like, this one has a 3070 in it, and this is, like, 1900. But, like, if you ever want to edit a PC and add your own parts to it, you can always go onto, like, PC Specialist or something like this and just create your own, technically. Like, you can add fancy lights and everything if you care that much, but yeah, I don't know, it's mainly the graphics cards because they're all so bloody expensive at the moment. 3060 Ti is actually pretty good for the price, but obviously if you're just gonna play a game like DML, you're not gonna need a 3060 Ti. Although, DML does actually destroy computers, because there's just so much, what's the word? Basically, it makes your PC explode. That's the only way I can explain it. If you ever check with your processors ongoing, you know, with Control-Alt-Delete, and check how much processing DML is using, it's ridiculous. Honestly, it's ridiculous. What will be the outcome of 2 legendary dragons breeding? You'll basically randomize the elements, but you cannot ever have anything that has 3 elements. If you breed 2 legendaries together, it will random to 1 element from each. You can never breed an epic like that. If it's just 2 legendaries or 2 divines. It's not good. It's a bad idea. Think if DML gifted all DML YouTubers 1,500 million food. You obviously don't know what early DML was like. Haha, imagine. You think that we didn't get offered endless resources at some point or another? Haha. Anyway. When you wanted to download DML on PC, Microsoft Store always said the server stumbled and you updated your computer and Microsoft Store was working. I don't know, DML breaks a lot, dude. DML breaks a lot. But yeah, I kind of need a new phone as well, because every time I go to take a video, I'll stop the video, and then my phone just, it won't do anything else, and I have to full restart. So it looks like I need a new PC, I need a new phone, and I was going to go and buy other things that I need as well. So I'm in a very expensive phase of my life, and I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it at all. Imagine having to, like, buy basically a £2,000 PC and then a £1,000 phone just to, like, have a phone that'll last. And then other stuff that I'm probably going to have to spend upfront £500 on, and then ultimately another few thousand after that. It's going to be like a good 6k. Basically, is what I'm saying. 6k at least is like my future plan of spending. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. Okay, you are getting permed for spamming like a child. Anyone that spams in the chat, by the way, you will actually just get timed out or banned or both. So anyone that wants to do that, it takes me all of like 2 seconds to do it. I highly suggest you don't do that, because now I'm just going to ignore you forever. Yeah, I don't know, Frosk is just huge. If you've ever seen Frosk in a fight, you actually cannot see your other dragon. 4 element dragons in DML. Ugh, I hope it never happens. Well, it would be kind of interesting, but I think it would just break the game even more, honestly. Yeah, come on, watch more videos. Go send me memberships and stuff. Please. Please, that's like 6 grand coming out of my account. I am desperate. I don't want to spend like 6k. I want to do it. I could go on like 2 holidays for that. I don't want to do that. When I went to Japan, how much did I end up spending just between myself? Even though all the flights and everything got paid for, I think I still spent like 2k. Honestly, I think I may have. Maybe a bit less. Maybe a bit less, but like 2 grand. I want to eat more Japanese food. What can I say? You hate your mouse, it's too laggy. I would not put up with a mouse that has any input lag. I couldn't. Opinion about the Empress? Or Empress? It's fine. I don't really care for it too much. Oh my god, Slacks. A pound. A pound from Slacks. There we go, we're getting there. There's £1 towards the 6,000 spend out. Thank you, Slacks. I appreciate it greatly, my friend. Oh, it's taking me places. Oh, £1 towards it. There we go. Money from YouTube? I mean, yeah, obviously I earn money through YouTube. Usually I do other stuff as well, and other stuff on top of that, but like 6 grand's a lot. 6 grand's a lot to have to fork out for stuff. Like, I don't like having to spend money. $4 more and we get epic cheat. Oh, don't remind him. Don't remind him. No! Anyway, I think I'm gonna go now. Like I said, we've done all of our daily DML stuff that we can. It sucks that the game's just so short now that we don't really have too much else to do. But, you know, we got our bead hatch, we went through the milestone schedule. But, dude, it's, what's my weakest dragon? It would be a common. You don't have any bits? It's fine, you donated some before. Love you. You're gonna give me 0.72 pennies? You know, it's the thought that counts. You'd like DML to add a dragon with the legendary, ancient, and divine elements? I guess, but again, legendary's not really that good. You have Empress level 40 you use for battles. Is she good? She'll be okay for now. Level 40 is sort of like early mid-game-ish to me. So she'll be fine for now, as long as you've got some healing and some shielding with Empress to get you through the divine event. Then you can do some dungeon stuff, you should be okay. And then she'll still need to be replaced with divines and ancients eventually, but for now, she should be fine. She should be fine. But anyway, like I said, I am going to skedaddle for now. I am going to link the Discord server because, again, if anyone does still have questions, you don't want to ask them on the live stream, you want to DM me or whatever, I'm just going to post a link to the Discord server. So, again, you can always join there, and I will be on the, I'll be considering whether I'm going to hold that giveaway or not. I've got to think of a nice way to do it in a way that's actually practical without doxing anyone, etc, etc, and that's kind of the problem. It requires a lot of thought and effort actually put into it, so that there's no doxing involved. So, how many premium chests do you get when you use 6,300? 15 sounds like a lot. 15 is a lot. 15 is a lot, isn't it, Snow? I'm probably not going to buy the shrine, no. I'll keep thinking about it. I'll think about it and consider it, but the fact that there's no new dragons, really, it doesn't appeal to me. The 15 sigil chests I'm not going to hit anyway, even if I do play the event and waste my gems, so it's not worth it for a singular sacred apple that I also might not hit anyway. Considering last time I barely got the 4 dragons, and that was including, Changi, who I had pieces for already. And that was, it just sort of drained the life out of me, so I'm thinking I'm probably not going to do more than that. Dox people, you won't? You're right, I won't. I won't dox people. If I buy the shrine, you will buy the shrine. Don't do it just because I did or didn't do it. It's just, like, to me, I've already got Autumn, obviously. I've got Flutterby, I've got Polar Bear, and all of these other bonuses in the pay section don't really interest me. The 100 gems at 4,300 is kind of nice. But aside from that, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm not really too fussed, honestly. Will I go for Hathor? Probably yes. Hathor is obtainable free to play, or should be with the gems that I've got, which is the reason I'm probably going to go for Hathor, which means Newt and Artemis as a minimum. I'll probably buy Osiris as well, because I don't need many more pieces for him. So maybe 3 at least. I don't really care about her faces, honestly. Grinding for 3 dragons is enough, and then just quit. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to be doing too much else. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see when the event comes out. Maybe I'll change my mind. But right now, this isn't looking appealing enough to me to invest any money. No VIP clam. No extra den, because I'm going to get the free ones from the daily login anyway. Which is fantastic, by the way. I do like that. But for now, like I said, I appreciate you being here. I hope you'll join me again soon. And for now,